Welcome back, students. This is the second part of Chapter 2, Population Dynamics. We will start with the topic Factors Responsible for the Population Growth. Now, there are a number of factors that are responsible for the rise in population. Now, these factors, they can be broadly grouped into two major categories. One is physical and economic factors, and the other one is social and cultural factors. Under the physical factors, it includes landform, climate, soil, etc. And physical factors, they play a very important, a very crucial role in the density and distribution of population. So the first one under this is landforms. Now, the altitude and slope, so the height and the slope of the land, these two are the two attributes or factors that determine the population density and distribution. Okay, for example, the Ganga plains are among the most densely populated areas of the world, while the mountains, for example, Andes, Alps and Himalayas, they are sparsely populated, with very less population. Okay, whereas Ganga plains, there the area is densely populated. Next one is climate. So people usually avoid extreme climates. Extreme means the climate there is either too hot or it is very cold. Okay, such as Sahara Desert and the polar regions. Next is soil. Fertile soil provides suitable land for agriculture. Thus, fertile plains, for example, Ganga and Brahmaputra in India, Huanghe and Changjiang in China, okay, and the Nile in Egypt are very densely populated. Reason is because of the presence of fertile soil there, which supports agriculture. Okay, which supports all kind of agricultural activities. Next is water. So availability of fresh water for the people, okay, where the fresh water is easily available, there people prefer to live. Hence the river valleys of the world are densely populated, while deserts, they have sparse population, that is there the population is very less in comparison to the river valleys. Next is economic factors. Now, like the physical factors, the economic factors also play a very significant role in determining the density and distribution of population. Number one is minerals. So, areas which are rich with mineral deposits, they attract mining and industrial activities. Okay, so there the skilled and semi-skilled workers, they move to those areas. Why so? For better employment opportunities, right? And make them densely populated. So make these areas densely populated. Katanga, Zambia, Copper Belt in Africa is one such good example. Okay. Next is urbanization. Now people migrate to the cities. Why do they do this migration? This migration is done for better employment opportunities, educational and medical facilities, or better means of transport and communication, and even good civic amenities, right? And the mega cities of the world, mega means the big cities of the world, they continue to attract large number of migrants every year. Who are called migrants? So migrant is a person who goes from one place to another, especially to find employment, work, right? Employment or work. Next is industrialization. Now the industrial belts, they provide job opportunities, okay, and attract large number of people. And these include not just the factory workers, but also the transport operators, people who are shopkeepers or bank employees, doctors, teachers, and other service providers. For example, Kobe, Osaka region of Japan, that region is thickly populated, right? Population is very high there, it's thick. because of the presence of a number of industries there. Next is social and cultural factors. Under social and cultural factors, we will study how they affect the population density, okay, distribution of population. So people tend to move away from places where there is social and political unrest, or it's not stable, okay, so instability is there. They move away from those places. Refugees from Ethiopia, Sudan, Syria, okay, have moved out from their own countries. Many a times governments also offer incentives to people, right, to live in sparsely populated areas, right, or to move away from the overcrowded places. Next is religious places. Religious places also attract people. Why? Because they are of great religious or cultural significance. For example, if we consider Haridwar in Uttarakhand, that place is densely populated. What is the reason? Because of its religious importance since ancient times. The population is dense there. Next is factors affecting population change. So there are total 3 factors that affect population change. First one is births. Now, birth is usually measured using the birth rate. Okay, and what is birth rate? Number of live births per 1,000 of the population every year. Okay, that is birth rate. So birth is a chief natural factor which affects population change. So this is one natural factor affecting change in the population. And what change does it affect? It causes an increase in the population. So population increases. So the higher the birth rate, the quicker the population will grow. Next is deaths. It is usually measured using the death rate. Okay, and what is death rate? Number of deaths per 1,000 of the population per year. So death is again an important natural cause like birth, right? But it brings change in population. How? It decreases the population of a country. Okay, whereas here for birth it was increasing the population of the country, death decreases the population of a country. Next is migration. Now, as we migrate or move from one place to another, the population of one place decreases, right, from where we are moving out, while that of the other increases where we are going. There the population will increase, and it is considered as an unnatural element of population change. So the earlier 2 that we study, that is births and deaths, these 2 were the natural elements, but migration is an unnatural element. Next is emigration. Emigration is used to describe the movement of people going out of a country. Okay, when people move out of a country, and people who, for example, left Ireland during the famine were referred to as emigrants by the people who were left behind in Ireland. Now, what is immigration? That was emigration, and this one is immigration. Immigration is the term that describes people that arrive into a country. Now, next is rate of change. Now, births and deaths are natural causes of population change. We have studied, and migration is the unnatural element of population change. Now, the difference between the birth rate and the death rate of a country or place is called natural increase. Okay, so natural increase is equals to birth rate minus death rate. Now, the rate of natural increase is given as a percentage. Okay, and this is calculated by dividing the natural increase by 10. Let's take an example. For example, if the birth rate is 14 per 1,000 population and the death rate is 8 per 1,000 population, then the natural increase equals to 14 minus 8, that is 6. Okay, so 6 divided by 1,000, which is equal to 0.6%.